The most expensive ballot referendum question in Maine history over the CMP Corridor from Canada is just days away from being decided. And we lead off tonight with a look at the project's costs over its benefits. Good evening, I'm Pat Callahan.
And I'm Tori Ryden in for Cindy Williams. The corridor proposal has been talked about a lot in the past 3 years, but with Massachusetts paying for it and a big swatch of Maine forest being cleared for it, what can we expect if the project goes forward?
Here's News Center Maine's Don Carrigan.
The new section of corridor is more than 60% cut, according to the NECEC, with work continuing every day. But if it is finished, will it be any help for Maine?
The massive amount of reduction in carbon emissions is huge. The second thing is, and of course, the reason why all the fossil fuel out-of-state companies that are funding this campaign is because of the massive drop in energy prices here in the state and across all of New England.
No surprise, NECEC President Thorne Dickinson says the new line will bring many benefits. The Maine PUC says that studies show electricity rates would drop between $12 and $14 million per year in Maine. The NECEC claims customers would save $2.72 a month on their bills. Opponents claim it would be only 9 cents. Dickinson also points to lower property taxes for all the towns along the route.
And the University of Southern Maine has said that number will grow to $18 million.
And there is also a package of incentives negotiated by the Mills administration. Hydro-Quebec signed a deal with the governor to sell the state electricity at a discounted rate, enough, they say, for 70,000 homes or 10,000 businesses. There's $140 million worth of rate relief for electricity customers. The $258 million package also has HQ and CMP paying for heat pumps, electric vehicles, and new broadband. There's money for other things as well, and more than $14 million has already been paid, says the governor's office. But there are many people opposed to the corridor, and one of the biggest reasons is damage to Maine's environment.
The economy here is based on recreational tourism. That's why people come here.
Liz Caruso is first selectman of Caratunk, a Maine river guide, and an outspoken critic of the corridor.
It is in an area that is unique to Maine. It represents Maine's brand of the outdoors, of wild and natural.
Caruso claims the corridor is putting all of that at risk.
It is Maine, and there's no reason to damage it when there are no climate benefits to this power.
And that gets to one of the biggest issues of all. Supporters say all of that hydropower will reduce greenhouse gas emissions for the New England region by 3.5 million metric tons per year. That number comes from a study done for the Public Utilities Commission.
I think Mainers should be very comfortable that the 3.5-year regulatory process concluded this will reduce carbon emissions, and just as the DEP said, the biggest risk to the northern Maine wood is climate change.
But project opponents say it isn't true, that their own studies show Hydro-Quebec will simply move hydropower it already generates to feed the line.
But they will supply all of their other customers with fossil energy or whatever other energy that they have. There is no new generation, so there is no climate benefit. There is no reduction in greenhouse gas emission.
It is still a major dispute even after 3 years of public debate. One of many questions Maine voters will weigh as they decide how to vote. Don Carrigan, News Center, Maine.
Some of those payments to the state by CMP and Hydro-Quebec will not happen right away, though others have started, and some will only come if the line is built. There are other arguments about costs and benefits as well. The NECEC says the lower electricity rates will help create several hundred more permanent jobs in Maine, but opponents say the corridor will hurt Maine's biomass power plant industry and harm the logging jobs that it supports in that part of Maine.